Life is crazy in ways that you never really expected. Sometimes unexpected things happen, and sometimes just flat out tragic things happen. And we think to ourselves, could it have been avoidable? Who could have stopped it? What else could have happened to prevent this? Well, sometimes we get those, questions, and sometimes we don't get answers. How you doing today? My name is Blicky. Welcome to the channel. And if you like content like this, please don't mind giving a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it. The story of Phillip Adams, in my opinion, if it wasn't for the tragic events that occurred, it would have been honestly a great feel-good story. A guy out of a smaller school that makes it to the NFL and actually has a pretty solid career. He was born, of course, in Rock Hill, South Carolina, where he attended Rock Hill High School. He was a multi-sport athlete, just like most athletes, played football, basketball, track. And of course, he wound up attending South Carolina State, a smaller FCS program. During his time there, it wasn't bad. He did fairly well, especially as a backup guy, mostly and a special teams guy. He did well, especially coming from an FCS program. In the 7th round of the 2010 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers selected Phillip Adams with the 224th overall pick. Now, that's just a great story to me. A dude out of a smaller school, a dude who wasn't even a starter the majority of his college career, can come in honestly and just at least have a chance. Even though it's a 7th round pick, some, NFL teams, they'll sit there, they'll even cut their 7th round picks after drafting them. Ain't that something? But still, that is a great story. Throughout his career, though, he was okay, mostly a special teams guy. His best year would come in 2012 with the Oakland Raiders, where he had 2 total interceptions. And his best tackling season actually came his final season with the Atlanta Falcons, where he had 38 total tackles. Overall, he played a total of 6 seasons, which again is not bad for a smaller school guy, and he definitely made his money. He definitely contributed wherever he went. Never put up monster stats, but always was that good, team player, that good team guy. Unfortunately, this is where we get to the tragic event that happened. On April 7, 2021, Adams shot 6 people at a house in Rock Hill, South Carolina, killing 5 and fatally injuring the 6th, who died just 3 days later. And of course, the next day, on April 8th, Adams fatally shot himself. His mother apparently was also in the house at the time somehow, but she was able to get out safely with police. Of course, Adams had no prior criminal record. Even throughout his NFL career, he was always a straight-laced guy, never failed, drug tests, never was out partying, never, tried to fight people. So it was just weird to see that how can a man who never had any problems throughout his life just randomly do something as tragic and horrific as this. It really is wild just to, hear the story, And of course, comes to find out after he died and after, he was given an autopsy, he had CTE, which if you don't know, it's a brain disease and a brain injury that happens when you play contact sports, such as football. And overall, it's just sad, man, to see a dude who had, honestly, I feel like he could have played more. That's just my opinion. He could have did it, again, 6 years, I think he could have stretched it out to maybe at least 7 or 8. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. But overall, it's just tragic. One of the few things, or really the only thing good that came out of the situation, is that the NFL started, investigating and looking more into CTE and how to cure it and how to properly help players after they leave the NFL, or even if they're in the NFL. That's why now in the league today, you see things like guardian caps. Players have to wear them at practice, except quarterbacks and kickers. And of course, now players have the option to wear them in game, which I think is good. They definitely have been shown to help, even if players complain about them, adding extra weight and being heavy. But of course, y'all, that was the story of Phillip Adams, a feel-good story that unfortunately turned into tragedy. Again, my name's Blicky. Appreciate you guys giving a watch. Peace.